Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could play a song called The Hard Way by Keith Urban. And we're going to start with some really cool D major chords. And the way you play D major, first finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret, second finger is going to go to the high E on the second fret, and third finger is going to go to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, kind of the skinny four strings, that'll get you your clear sound with that, and that's called D major. But what Keith is doing is kind of moving around a couple different Ds. And if you take that D major, actually, that we just talked about, and kind of lift off the second finger, which is always a dangerous finger to lift, then that's called a D sus2. So now I've got first finger on the G on the second, third finger on the B string on the third, and I'm still just kind of strumming just the top four strings. And then from there, if you kind of take the pinky and kind of go to the high E on the third fret, right underneath the third finger. So now I got first finger on the G on the second, third on the B on the third, pinky on the high E on the third. Then that's called a D sus, or a D suspended. And then from the D suspended, then he's going back to D major. So we can have D major, D sus2, D sus, D major for our intro, and there's some really cool fingerstyle licks, and we'll talk about how you could actually kind of play the whole song as a fingerstyle in a moment. But one thing that I like to do as far as the strumming thing is kind of working off a strum pattern, and one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the D and just tried that a lot. You have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So you want to do that a lot with the right hand just to kind of get used to the strum pattern. And then if we tried that through our intro, we'd have D, down, up, down, D sus2, down, down, up, down, D sus, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, D sus2, down, down, up, down, D sus, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, up. And then from there, then we're going to be going into our verse part. And our verse actually starts on a B minor chord, and we'll talk about a really easy way to play it. But if you know the bar B minor, the first finger is going to go across the entire second fret, second finger is going to go to the B string on the third fret, third finger on the D string on the fourth fret, and the pinky is going to go to the G string on the fourth fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord. It sounds really, really sad. But if you want to kind of avoid the bar chords, another way to play B minor would be going first finger on the high E on the second fret, second finger on the B string on the third fret, third finger on the G string on the fourth fret, and if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, kind of the skinny four strings, that'll get you your clearest sound with that, and that's called B minor. It's another way to play B minor. And if you're a little bit more adventurous, you could take the third finger and go to the D string on the fourth fret, and then take the pinky and go to the G string on the fourth fret, and you have like a slightly thicker B minor, kind of strum the top four strings. Or another option would be to substitute in something called a B minor 7. And the way you play B minor 7, first finger is going to go to the A string on the second fret, second finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret, and third finger goes to the high E on the second fret. And if you strum just the A string to the high E string, that's called B minor 7. So that would be another option, is to substitute that for the B minor. And then from the B minor chord, we're going to be going to an A major chord. And the way you play A major, first finger is going to go to the D on the second fret, second finger on the G string on the second fret, and third finger on the B string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like A major chord. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the A major, we're going to be going to a G major chord. And the way you play G major, first finger is going to go to the A on the second fret, second finger is going to go low E on the third fret, and the third finger is going to go to the high E on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, then that sounds like G major chord. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the G major in the verse, we're going to be going back to D major, and then we're going to go back to B minor, but then we play an F sharp minor. And the way you play F sharp minor, first finger is going to actually bar the second fret, just like the B minor. Third finger is going to go to the A string on the fourth fret, and the pinky is going to go to the D string on the fourth fret. And if you strum all the strings with that, that's called F sharp minor. It sounds really, really sad. But kind of like what we did with the B minor, if you want to kind of make a smaller F sharp minor, you could actually kind of take just the top 2 or the top 3 strings or the top 4 strings or even the top 5 strings and kind of build yourself into the bar for the F sharp minor. So those are kind of options to make smaller F sharp minors. And then from the F sharp minor, we're going to be going back to G major and then doing another G major. And then we'll basically be repeating that for our verse. So we tried that with our strum pattern. We have B minor, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, G, down, up, down, B, down, up, down, B minor, down, pre-chorus part. Then we go to the A major, and we're going to be doing a lot of the A major. So we're going to do 4 of the A majors. And then from the A major, we're going to go to an E minor chord. And the way you play E minor, first finger is going to go to the A on the 2nd fret. Second finger is going to go to the D on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And we're going to do a lot of, or 4 of the E minor, on our pre-chorus part. So we try our pre-chorus with the strum pattern. We'd have A, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, E minor, 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 down, down, down. And then we'll be repeating that for our pre-chorus. And then when we get to our chorus part, we start on the B minor. And then we're going to be going from the B minor to the G major, and then we do another G major, and then we go to D, and then we do more D, and then we go to A major, and another A major, and then we go back to B minor, and we do another B minor, and then we go to an E major chord. And the way you play E major, first finger is going to go to the G string on the 1st fret, second finger is going to go to the A on the 2nd fret, and third finger is going to go to the D string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like E major chord, and it sounds really, really, really happy. And then from the E major, we're going to be going back to G major, and another G major. And then right after that, actually, you could use just a regular D major chord, or what it almost sounds like Keith is doing is something called D/F sharp. And what that means is it's a D chord, but with an F sharp note in the bass. And there's a couple ways you could kind of play that. One would be to do first finger on the low E on the 2nd fret, second finger on the G string on the 2nd fret, third finger on the high E on the 2nd fret, and the pinky on the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a D/F sharp, or a D with an F sharp in the bass. Another option would be to kind of play the regular D with 1, 2, and 3, and then take your thumb and kind of put them over the low E string on the 2nd fret to kind of cover that note. Another option would be to just play D and not worry about that chord. And then from there, we're going to be going to E minor, and then more E minor, and then we got kind of a big down on the A major at the end. So we try our whole chorus with the strum pattern. You have B minor, down, up, down, B minor, down, down, G, down, down, G, down, down, D, down, down, B, down, down, A, down, B, down, down, B minor, down, down, B minor, down, E major, down, down, B major, down, down, G, down, G, down, down, D/F sharp, down, D/F sharp, down, E minor, down, E minor, down, then we do a big A. And then we're basically going to be repeating those parts until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge part, we start on the G major, and then we do another G major, and then it sounds like it's kind of the D/F sharp again. Then we got 2 of those. But then we go to an F major chord. And the way you play F major, first finger is going to go across the entire 1st fret. We'll talk about an easy way to do this too. But then second finger is going to go to the G string on the 2nd fret, third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret, and the pinky on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. But if you're just starting out or you want to kind of avoid the bar chords, you can actually substitute something called an F major 7 for that chord. And the way you play F major 7, first finger is going to go to the B on the 1st fret, second finger is going to go to the G on the 2nd fret, and third finger on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you kind of strum just the D, G, B, and E, kind of the skinny 4 strings, that sounds like F major 7. It sounds really, really happy. So you can actually substitute that for the F major. And then from the F, then we're going to be going back to E minor and then doing another E minor. So we tried our bridge with our strum pattern. We have G with down, down, up, down, G, down, down, D, down, E, down, down, F, down, up, F, down, E minor, down, E minor, down, G, down, G, down, D/F sharp, down, D/F sharp, down, F, down, F, down, E minor, down, other weird part is though, instead of starting on a D major chord, Keith Urban's actually starting on an F sharp major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 4th fret, then now your D major is really an F sharp major, and then your B minor is really a D sharp minor, your A major is really a C sharp major, your G major is really a B major, and your F sharp minor is really an A sharp minor. And when we get to it, the E minor is really a G sharp minor, the E major is really a G sharp major chord, and then the F major is really an A major chord. But just to try that from the very, very beginning, you'd have your D with the D, down, up, down, D sus, 2, down, up, down, D sus, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, D sus, 2, down, up, down, D sus, down, up, down, D, down, up, down. Now, just as an aside, there's a really cool lick around that, and actually we'll play around with this as a fingerstyle thing later on. But if you kind of hold down the D major, and what Keith is really doing on that chord is actually something called an arpeggio, which means broken chord. So instead of doing the strum over all the strings, he's kind of breaking up that chord in a particularly cool way. So we're kind of playing the open D string and the high E at the same time, and I'm doing this as a hybrid thing, but you could do this with fingers too. And then we play the B string, and then the G string, and then the open D string, and then high E string, and then B string, and then G string. So you got kind of D and E at the same time. B, G, D, high E, B, G. It's kind of this arpeggio on that chord. And then if you kind of lift off the second finger for the D sus 2 and do that same arpeggio, so D and E string together, B, G, D, high E, B, G. And then we go to the D sus and do that same arpeggio. And then we go back to the D and do that same arpeggio. So that might be kind of a cool way to kind of try and intro the tune, is that B major arpeggio, D sus 2, D sus, D. And it's one of those licks where when people hear it, they'll go, oh my gosh, the hard way, I love that song. But then from there, then we'd be going into our verse part. So we tried that with our strum pattern. We got B minor, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, B, down, up, down, B minor, down, up, down, F sharp minor, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, B minor, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, B, down, up, down, B minor, down, up, down, F sharp minor, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, G, down, up, down. And then from there we'd be going into our pre-chorus. So we got our A, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, B minor, 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 down, up, down, A, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, E minor, 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 down, up, down. And then we'd be going into our chorus part. So we try that. We got B minor, down, up, down, E minor, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, B, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, B, down, up, down, B minor, down, up, down, B minor, down, up, down, E major, down, up, down, E major, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, B slash F sharp, up, down, B slash F sharp, down, up, down, E minor, down, up, down, E minor, down, up, down to the big A. And then from there, we're kind of going back into the intro part, and you could either do that with the strumming, where we got the D, down, down, D sus, 2, down, down, D sus, down, down, B, down, up, down, or if you want to try that with the intro intro lick, you could try that with that arpeggio. That whoa. So you could try it either one of those ways, and then we'd be back into our verse part. So we got our B minor down, up, down, up, A down, down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, B down, down, up, down, B minor down, down, up, down, F sharp minor down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, B minor down, down, up, down, A down, down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, B down, down, up, down, B minor down, down, up, down, F sharp minor down, down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, G down, down, up, down, and then there's almost a psych out right after that where we go into a little piece of the pre-chorus that after that second verse. So we got A down, up, down, up, A down, down, up, down, and then we go straight on into our chorus. So we got B minor down, up, down, B minor down, 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 G down, 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 G down, 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 B down, 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 B down, 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 A down, 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 B down, 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 B minor down, 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 B minor down, 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 E major down, 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 B down, 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 G down, 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 G down, 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 B down, 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 D down, 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 E minor down, 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 E minor down, 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 A down, 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 B down, 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 and then we'd be going into our bridge. So we'll be going into our bridge part. So we got our G down, down, G down, 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 D down, 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 B down, 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 F down, 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 F down, 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 E minor down, 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 E minor down, 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 G down, 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 G down, 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 B down, 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 B down, 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 F down, down, back to our pre-chorus part the original way. So we got our A down, down, B down, 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 B down, 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 B down, 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 E minor 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 down, 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 B down, 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 B down, 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 B down, 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 B down, 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 E minor down, down, E minor down, down, and then we got a big G, and then we'll be going back into our chorus part. So we got our B minor down, down, B minor down, 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 G down, 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 G down, 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 B 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 minor down, 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 B minor down, 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 E major down, 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 E major down, 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 G down, 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 G down, 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 D slash F sharp down, down, D slash F sharp down, down, E minor down, 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 E minor down, down, big A. And then at the very end, we kind of have almost an intro return where we're doing a lot of that arpeggio that we were working for the intro lick. That D sus to D sus D, and the bass player is kind of changing some notes, kind of going between the D and the B minor and the G. And if you're going to strum through that part, actually you probably want to start on D major 4 times, and then we'd be going to B minor 4 times, and then G major 4 times, and kind of repeating that. So we'd have D down, up, down, D down, 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 B down, 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 B down, 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 B minor 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 down, 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 G down, 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 G down, 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 G down, 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 G down, 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 up. And it's got some variations. And there's the fade, and I think at the very end I would just play a big D chord. So that would be one way that you can kind of play through the tune, doing the down, down, up, up, down, up. Something else I would think about adding is bass notes. And on that first down of the down, down, up, down, you could play a bass note for the chord and then do your down, up, down, up. So what I mean by that is, like on the D chord, you could play the D string for your bass and then do your down, up, down, up over the rest of the chord. So the bass, down, up, down, D with the D bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down. And all the D chords we talked about actually will have that same bass note. So even if you're working that through the intro part, kind of work that around those D chords. So all the D chords are going to have D basses, unless you're doing the D/F sharp, in which case you have the low E string for your bass, and that can kind of really accentuate if you're adding in the D/F sharp on the D chord. So D/F sharp's got the low E bass, down, up, down, D/F sharp's got the low E bass, down, up, down. And then on the B minor, you'd be doing the A string for your bass. So B minor with an A bass, down, up, down, B minor with an A bass, down, down, B minor with an A bass, down, down. And on the A major, you'd have the A string for your bass. So A with an A bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down. And then the G would have the low E string for your bass. G with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down. And on the F sharp minor, you'd have the low E string for your bass if you're doing the full bar. You may have to kind of fake that if you're doing some of the smaller ones for the B minor too. And then when we get to the E minor, we have the low E string for your bass. So low E bass, down, 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 low E bass, down, 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 low E bass, down, down. And if you're doing it with the E major, it would actually have the same bass, low E bass, down, down. E major's got low E bass, down, down, E with low E bass, down, down. And then on the F major, when we get to that, you'd be doing low E string for your bass on the F, if you're doing the bar chord. And if you're doing the F major section, you'd have the D string for your bass, D bass, down, F with the bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, down. So that kind of covers like all your bass notes through the tune. So if we tried our intro that way, we'd have the D with the D bass, down, up, down, D sus2 with the bass, down, down, D sus with the bass, down, down, D with the bass, down, down. And then we tried our verse that way, then you have that B minor with the A bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down, B minor with an A bass, down, down, F sharp minor with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down. And then if we tried that through our pre-chorus that way, we'd have A with an A bass, down, down, B with an A bass, down, down, B with an A bass, down, down, B with an A bass, down, down, E minor with low E 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 bass, down, down. And then if we tried that through our chorus, we'd have B minor with an A bass, down, down, B minor with an A bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down, B with an A bass, down, down, B with an A bass, down, down, B minor with an A bass, down, down, B minor with an A bass, down, down, E major with low E bass, down, down, E with the low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D/F sharp with low E bass, down, down, D/F sharp with low E bass, down, down, E minor with low E bass, down, down, E minor with low E bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down. And then if we tried that through our bridge part, then we have G with the low E bass, down, down, G with low E bass, down, down, D/F sharp with low E bass, down, down, D/F sharp with low E bass, down, down, F with low E bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, down, E minor with low E bass, down, down, E minor with low E bass, down, down. So you may want to try that to kind of add it to it. Something else that kind of occurs to me is working that fingerstyle lick that Keith actually works originally as an arpeggio pattern for the entire tune. And so if you kind of threw away your pick for a moment and kind of took your thumb is kind of your bass player when you're fingerstyling. And a lot of times what you can do is line up the index finger to the G string, middle finger to the B string, and the ring finger to the high E string. And so then what he's doing at the very, very beginning on that intro lick that we talked about is he's doing the thumb on the D with the ring finger on the high E at the same time, and then doing middle finger, index finger, and then thumb, and then ring finger, middle finger, and then index finger. So we got, and this is weird, like classical finger abbreviations for these, you actually use Spanish abbreviations. So your thumb is P for pulgar. Index, it makes sense because it's I for indeso. In middle makes sense because it's medio. But then the ring finger would be called A for angular. And if you use the pinky, it would be called C for chica. So our arpeggio, or what we're doing with the right hand, and what becomes your strum pattern if you're fingerstyling, is kind of thumb, ring, and then middle, index, thumb, ring, middle, index. So we got kind of P-A-M-I, P-A-M-I. I know that's confusing. So if you try that on the D chord, though, you'd have thumb and ring at the same time, and then middle, index, and then thumb, and then ring, middle, index. So if you tried that through the intro through those chords, you'd have the D with the arpeggio, and then D sus 2 with the arpeggio, D sus with the arpeggio, D with the arpeggio. So I know that could be kind of weird just to kind of get used to that. But then if we tried that through our verse, you could actually kind of do that same thing, kind of thinking around the B minor with the A string for your bass with your thumb. And then when we get to the A, you could do the A string for your bass on the A. And then when you go to the G, you got the low E string for your bass. So your thumb kind of is doing the same things we were just doing with the bass. So we tried that through your verse, you'd have B minor with an A bass, A with an A bass, G with low E bass, D with a D bass, B minor with an A bass, F sharp minor with low E bass, G with low E bass, G with low E bass. And then if we try that through our pre-chorus, we'd have A with the A bass, A with an A bass, A with an A bass, A with an A bass, E minor with low E 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 bass. And then we try that through our chorus, then we have the B minor with an A bass, B minor with an A bass, G with low E bass, G with low E bass, D with the D bass, D with the D bass, A with an A bass, A with an A bass, B minor with an A bass, B minor with an A bass, E major with low E bass, E major with low E bass, G with low E bass, G with low E bass, D slash F sharp with low E bass, D slash F sharp with low E bass, E minor with low E bass, E minor with low E bass, A with an A bass, A with an A bass. And then we try that through your bridge, then you have G with low E bass, G with low E bass, D slash F sharp with low E bass, D slash F sharp with low E bass, F with the bass, F with low E bass, E minor with low E bass, E minor with low E bass. So that might be something else that you want to kind of try. And then something else that can be kind of cool too is you could take the intro lick from the beginning, and on the outro lick, what it really kind of sounds like is that the bass is kind of getting changed with that lick. So you could almost kind of fake that if you did like first finger on the A string on the second fret for the B minor notes, and then kind of lifted the second finger up and then put pinky on the high E on the third, and then that second on the high E. You could almost kind of imply the B minor with that intro lick, and you could almost find a way to do that with the G, and kind of keep those same notes going. So then with the B and the bass, so I'm kind of cheating the G string in that from the original arpeggio, but I think that works pretty well actually. And on the G, might be something else you want to kind of play around with the tune. But that's the basics of how you could play The Hard Way by Keith Urban. So good luck!